When the Driscolls first appeared on Coronation Street, they looked like the perfect family, warm smiles, polite introductions, and a sense that this was a new beginning. But if there's one thing Weatherfield has taught us, it's that nothing stays perfect for long. Behind those smiles, something darker was already brewing. And soon, one secret would send shockwaves through the entire family. Ava's return after 7 long years was supposed to be a homecoming. She came back with her husband Ben, his mother Maggie, and stepson Ollie, all eager to make their mark on the cobbles. Ava wanted to rebuild her life, reconnect with the street, and start fresh. But her return wasn't just about moving home. It was about facing a past she'd quietly left behind. And as she tried to settle in, one name kept surfacing: Will, Ben's other son, the one no one had met yet. At first, Will's absence didn't raise eyebrows. He was still in Hull, finishing school, taking time before joining the rest of the family. But when he finally arrived in Weatherfield, things changed immediately. He wasn't excited, he wasn't curious. He just looked disconnected, always staring at his phone, barely acknowledging anyone, acting like he'd rather be anywhere else. Even when Ben and Ava tried to involve him, signing him up for athletics, introducing him to James Bailey, who's a personal trainer, Will just wasn't there mentally. He'd nod, say the right things, then drift off again, eyes glued to the screen. Then came the lie that no one saw coming. One afternoon, Will told Ben and Ava that he had an athletics meeting in Leeds with his old team. It sounded innocent enough. Ben even seemed proud that his son was staying committed to something he loved. But hours later, when Coach Megan dropped Will back in Weatherfield, everything stopped making sense. He wasn't coming back from Leeds. He hadn't even been near it. And his attitude, cold, angry, defensive, said more than words ever could. Ben, caught between confusion and concern, tried to find answers. He struck up a conversation with Megan, even invited her for lunch at the Rovers. Maybe he just wanted to understand what Will was going through. Maybe he wanted a moment of calm away from the chaos at home. But in Weatherfield, even good intentions have consequences, and that lunch would only raise more questions, especially from Ava and Maggie, who already had their own Cold War brewing behind the scenes. Because while Ben tried to fix things with his son, another battle was unfolding under his roof. Ava and Maggie, two strong women, two very different visions, were quietly fighting over control of the Rovers. Ava wanted warmth and change. Maggie wanted order and tradition. And Ben was caught in the middle, watching the two most important women in his life tear each other apart. He loved them both, but loyalty is a dangerous thing when both sides are right in their own way. Maggie had raised Ben alone, fought for him, sacrificed everything. But her sharp tongue and controlling nature made life unbearable for Ava. And Ben, he just stood there, trapped, guilty, torn in two. Every choice he made risked disappointing someone he couldn't afford to lose. Meanwhile, Will's secret kept growing. His anger wasn't random. It came from somewhere. Maybe he felt overshadowed by Ollie. Maybe he hated being uprooted, or maybe he was running from something bigger. Whatever it was, he wasn't talking. Every conversation ended with slammed doors and silent glares. And the more Ben tried to reach out, the more Will drifted away. It's easy to judge from the outside, but sometimes lies come from fear. Fear of being misunderstood, fear of letting people down, or fear that the truth might change everything. And as that truth edges closer to the surface, it's clear that Will's story is far from simple. Because the Driscolls didn't just move into Weatherfield, they brought their past with them. A past that's about to collide with their present in ways none of them are ready for. The arguments, the secrets, the guilt, it's all leading to something that could tear this family apart. So what is Will really hiding? Why did he lie about Leeds? And what happens when his truth finally comes out? One thing's for sure. The Driscolls may have arrived as a tight-knit family, but the cracks are already spreading. And when the truth finally hits the cobbles, it won't just change Will's life, it'll change everything around him. Because in Weatherfield, every secret finds its way out Eventually. What do you think Will is hiding? Let me know your theories in the comments because this story is only just